Hola, Lutterloniacs. This is Susan, and I'm going to talk to you about how I store my patterns. First, this is one from the 80s, which was the original booklet I had and lost in the move down to Mexico. But a friend of mine bought some on eBay and realized she had had a duplicate, sent me this, and it turned out to be my original book. I mean, the same as my original book. So that made me feel just wonderful. So this is your standard binder with your 280 patterns in it. You see, it's not very thick. There's room for a few more supplements in there, but not a lot. And then this is the one that is called the collecting file, and you can see the difference here in how much more room this one has. So this is how I use the collecting file. First, I have my reinforcement rings because I do take them out, and when my husband was alive and he was looking at all his Bruce Willis movies, I'd sit there with all my books and I'd go through the patterns, and so they get dog-eared. Now this one is out of sequence because I saw something on TV and this is the pattern that will work for it. These other ones, who knows, I had them out for a reason. Don't remember now. This is the symbols page, which I always keep at the front. Now, when I first get a supplement, I go through and I write the supplement number in the upper right-hand corner. And I separate them all, and I take this, which is the cover piece, and I put it in. And then, if I'm good at this, I then have them for each supplement, so it's a divider. And when I take them out, and I've been playing with them, and I put them back, I can put them back in the right place. And that really makes me feel good because I don't lose favorite patterns, and I know where, and then they're together. So then, I've made this skirt several times and in several times during my weight loss period. So, of course, I'm not about, so I copy it every time just for home use. And the pieces that I don't use, I put back on the fashion illustration stapled to it. So in case I want to use these pieces later, I have them, I've saved paper, and I've saved toner. And way back before we had the 4-in-1 printer, I used to fold these up, and they would become a mess because you have to fold it to get the sleeve, fold it to get the bodice. So the advent of the 4-in-1 printer has been wonderful. Now remember, we're just copying them for home use. And then once I have made the pattern, I have copied the fashion illustration because that's going to be part of my pattern envelope. And have I made any changes, I would write it right on here. And then I put the pattern pieces in here. And then I store them over here in this cupboard, which isn't as organized as it always has been. And now, even though you see other pattern companies, these tubs are full of Lutterloh patterns. And what's so nice is, as I've lost weight, if I wanted to reuse the same pattern, I can keep the fashion illustration, and I go back to my book, and I get the pattern, and I redraft it in my new size. So, that's what I do.